Hello growing entrepreneurs, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, kindly hit that subscribe button down below to join us, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my content. I do appreciate that love so much. Guys, today I want to give you a story, or just like a journey of how I became a business owner. From 4 years ago. My journey in business started 4 years ago, so I want to break it down for you guys. There are some things that I haven't told you. I know I have shared some of my journey, but there are some things that I haven't told you guys. There are some businesses that I did and they failed. There are businesses that I tried, they failed. There are businesses that succeeded, and that's what I want to break down for you guys. And also there is a reason why I'm doing this video, is to motivate someone, or even to help someone who is maybe even at the verge of giving up, or they have even failed in business before and they feel like business is actually not their thing. I'm here to tell you that might not be true, so watch the video until the end. Give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. I'll be able to answer them to the best of my knowledge. So let's get started. I know there are people that are new here and don't know who I am, so before I even continue, let me just introduce myself. My name is Debbie Mbau. Debbie Mbau is a business owner, a content creator. I am also a mom, so there are so many things that you can actually relate on, because I know many of you that watch me are actually maybe people who are in business, people who want to start business. There are also some parents here and there who want to get maybe a side hustle. There are even stay-at-home moms who want to know what they can do to get an extra income. Yeah, so that's me. I am a business owner. I have a shop in Nairobi CBD right now that I have employed someone. That actually still sounds surreal in my head, because I didn't think I would get here this soon actually. So I have employed someone at the shop. So I have a business that is running. I sell handbags and shoes. And before we go any further, let me tell you how I started my business. So guys, let me tell you how I started my business mind, or even like tried to venture into business. Back in 2020, I want to say either back in 2020 or end of 2019, I was employed. Okay, I was on internship. I had just finished my diploma have done a diploma in supply chain management at KIST. Right now it's called Kiambu National Polytechnic, but back then we used to call it Kiambu Institute of Science and Technology. That's where I did my diploma in supply chain management, and I graduated back in 2019 and went on internship in Meru. I was at Meru County Government. That's where I was doing my attachment. I was doing my internship there. And I also felt like I needed money. On internship, you're not actually getting paid. You would get like some, marupurupu, some coins here and there, but I was not getting paid. I didn't have like a salary at the end of the month. So I started to think, what can I do to get some money? Because I have bills to pay, I have things to do. I also want to maybe make my hair, I want to look good. So I started thinking, what can I do? And I remember going on this platform called, I think it was called OLX, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was OLX, and I was looking for something to do, a job, around Meru, something that I can do on the side as I still do my internship, because the internship was a part of me having to graduate. Yeah, so as I was doing the internship, hoping that I would get employed in that place that I was interning in, which didn't happen actually. So I started looking for a job, a side hustle that I can do, and I actually got someone who was looking for a sales person. Yes, I want to say that, a salesperson or a marketing person on OLX, and I reached out to them. It was this guy who was selling mats, like mats, the floor mats, those ones, the bedside mats, all those kitchen mats. So they wanted someone who can be marketing them also. So I felt like I knew some people at the county government, some people who had money and some people who would actually be able to get the mats. So I knew some people there. I told him, yeah, I feel like I can move some mats. I feel like I can sell some mats. So we met actually on that center that I was staying, and yeah, I got that job. He told me he gave me like 10 mats to market to people and all that. So the deal was, each mat I was to sell it at 1,000 bob. You guys, I was to sell each mat at 1,000 bob, and then I get 100 bob from that 1,000 bob that I have sold. Now that was like being paid on commission. I just felt like it was a nice deal. I felt like if I move these 10 months, I'm going to be given 1,000 Kenyan shillings, which I didn't have back then. So I felt like it was nice, something nice to do. And I actually sold a few mats. I sold some to my bosses and the friends that were there in the county government. So I sold some mats, so I got some money. But that business, after some time, I felt like it was not it for me, because 100 bob out of 1,000, like, and the people were saying the mats are too expensive. Some wanted to get them at 500 bob, and you hear I'm selling at 1,000 bob. So if I start bargaining and sell it at 950, I'm just going to get 50 bobs, and I didn't want that. I felt like that was not working for me. And then I started, still in the county government, I would go, at lunchtime, I would go to Meru center, that Meru town, and then I started looking for some earrings and some necklaces. I would get them in wholesale and go with them to the office and sell them there. I was basically hawking in the office. Yeah, so I was basically doing that. I would get some earrings and go and sell them to those ladies that were there, and the necklaces. And then I would also, when I visit Nairobi, when I come maybe to visit my sisters, or if I'm going home, I would still go to Dubois and get some earrings, some necklaces, some nice things, and then I would still go and sell them in the office. That business was actually not that bad. I would even sell out. I would sell out, especially the ones that I was getting from Nairobi, because in Meru you're not getting the same things that you're going to get in Nairobi. In Nairobi there is variety and there are some other unique things, and when you go back with them and people hear that you brought them from Nairobi, they will want to get those ones. So I would still do that. But that was not a very bad business, although I didn't have like that much capital or that much money to say that now I'll be bringing every week. I didn't have the capability of going to Nairobi every week to get the stock, so I would restock with some of the things that were available locally there in Meru town, and they were not that good actually. They were just, some would have overstayed, because the business is not that big there like in Nairobi, like getting them from Nairobi. Yeah, so that was it. That was the reason I feel like why that business didn't go so well. Guys, those are already 2 businesses that I have told you guys, and I feel like they failed actually. Yeah, so I started, then came 2020. In 2020 I had a baby, and I had already like left the county government. I had stopped interning there. So come 2020 I had a baby. Yes, I got my baby in March of 2020. So when I got the baby, I feel like the idea of starting a business where I sell kids clothes came from me having a baby. I feel like that is usually what happens to majority of us moms. When we get, a baby, we want to get things for them. So we kind of think of businesses that surround them. I feel like that's just our mentality, like as moms. So I started thinking about doing kids clothes, selling kids clothes. And true to my word, I remember I came to Gikomba with my sister. We went to Gikomba and I got a few items here and there, a few kids clothes. And yeah, I started even a page. I had a Facebook page. It was being called what I think One Stop Moms and Kids. I was thinking of selling kids clothes and moms, and moms clothes. Yeah, but at first I just started with the kids clothes, especially because I had a baby and I know majority of the stock went to him, went to my baby, but I still got a few good pieces. I would take good pictures of them and then market them on I would post them on the Facebook page and post them also on my account and post them on my WhatsApp. I was posting everywhere and telling everyone that I knew that had kids, I'm selling clothes. And then guys, I would hook some of these clothes, especially on Saturdays. I would get people who would tell me, can you bring the clothes so that I can choose? I was marketing them even on Facebook groups, especially the ones that were in Meru, like the Meru Moms, what's Facebook group. I would market them there. So I would get a client, they tell me, can you come with the clothes that you have for maybe a certain age, and then I choose for my kid or for my kids. And then they tell me, on Saturday I don't go to work, so you can bring them, you can come with them at home. So I would go to people's homes, and when I'm going to take to that client, I'll obviously go hooking around before I reach to that home, obviously. Or even when I'm coming back, I would hook. Yani, you guys, I was carrying a full bag of clothes or even a full sack, and sometimes you would go and this client would not get something for their kid, or they would just be like getting 1 or 2 pieces. So I had to go hawking around and trying to find other people that were in need of those clothes. So that's what I did. I was hawking those clothes. I remember even sometimes in the evening, there is this place that the county government was opening some stalls. So the stalls were still being built and they were not open yet. So I saw people hawking some things there. They would go and wanazitandaza hapo, they were hawking, they put them on the floor, maybe on like a sack, and then they would be selling to people who are walking home or walking from home, walking from work. So they would sell them there. So I decided I'm also going to be doing this. So I went and I got a space for myself and I would put my clothes there. That business was so hard, because you get someone who is telling you, I would like such a thing, can you look for me for such a thing? And then maybe you find it and they don't come back, and then I would go to I would still get some orders. I'm not saying I didn't get any orders. I would still get some 1-2 orders, but majority of the clothes I was selling online. I was selling through hawking, taking them to people's homes. And at this point, by the way, I forgot to tell you, at this point I had gotten a job that was not paying me so well. I think I was just getting like 10,000 Kenyan shillings. It was like an office job to do some tendering, to do some what is it called, to do some procurement work, tendering and all that. But it wasn't that busy, honestly. I was just alone in the office. Right now it's like my baby was like past 4 months, because I remember I got a nanny when I was 4 months, and that's when I went back to that job. Yeah, so I would still do that during the weekdays, and when I closed the job at 5, that's when I would go hawk to people's homes, or just put them on the sack and wait for people, sell to people who are working from home or working in that area. So that's what I did for some time. And then I felt like I was good at marketing online. I felt like I was good at marketing online, and I had this one boss friend, who I would actually like to thank so much, because I feel like I learned some things from her, from working for her. So I approached her and I told her, by the way, back then she didn't have social media. She was only selling like purely to walk-ins. She had a shop. She actually had 2 baby shops in Meru town. I know even right now she actually has baby shops in Meru town. So she had 2 baby shops in Meru town, and I approached her and told her, you don't have any social media pages, you don't have a Facebook page where you can be selling these things, you can be marketing. So I offered her the service of creating that page for her, that Facebook page for her, because I felt like I had some experience, given that I was doing it for my business back then for my clothes, the One Stop Moms and Kids page. So I felt like I was doing it. So I felt like, you know, I can approach her. I approached her. Actually, she's a friend actually up to now, and she got the news so well, and she told me, actually, that's a very good idea. You would tell me, what should we do? What is your salary? What amount do you want to be paid? What will you be doing? So I created that page. So she gave me that job. I created that page for her baby shops. So I would go take pictures, cute pictures of, you know, those clothes, and even the shop, because the shop was so beautiful, you guys. The shop is actually so beautiful, and it's stocked. So she was selling new items for kids, even everything, even newborn essentials, everything, name it, she had it. So I would take cute pictures, and then I would post on Facebook, market it on the Facebook groups, market the page. The page grew. We would even run ads and all that. I told her about running ads. Yeah, so I would even run ads. I was responsible for that. I would get clients who are even in Nairobi, and I would send parcels to them. That was like my gig for that. That was like what I was doing for her, and she was actually so happy with my work. I can't say that there is a time that she told me I was not doing well. So I created awareness for that, for those baby shops. Even people who are on Facebook looking for like places to shop for newborn clothes, they knew those shops existed, because the way I was marketing it, the way I would see someone, you know, when you go to Facebook groups and someone is saying, I'm looking for such and such a thing, I would be there writing, we have it at here. I put the location, I put the phone numbers for those, for the shop, for the shop attendants. And then some people would come actually and say, you know, we saw this on your page, we saw you advertising this. So they would come to the shop. So that was what I was doing for her, which unfortunately I had to stop doing when we moved back to Nairobi, because I was not that available now to go take the pictures. You know, I was a bit far away and had not figured out a way of helping her while still away, which I feel like if I knew what I knew now, I still would have continued managing her social media pages and all that. Yeah, okay, yeah, so that's what I was doing. And all along I was still selling my kids clothes on the side. Like I would come to Gikomba and get some like pull necks, you know, just get those rompers for kids, because mine, I was just selling the thrifted items, and hers were new items. So I felt like I was complementing it. I knew I would want to sell also new items, but I didn't have the capital to get new items. You know, new items are a bit expensive compared to the thrifted items. So I was still doing that on the side, and eventually I had to quit the job that I was doing, the 9-to-5 job that I was doing. I quit that job that I was getting paid 10,000 Kenyan shillings, and opened a baby shop in Meru. It was not in Meru town, it was like huko ndani, almost the place that I was staying. But I opened a baby shop, my first physical location I opened in Meru. But I was still doing the social media management, the social media marketing for my friend, or for the baby shop, for the other baby shop. So I opened my shop. I came to Gikomba. I got stock. Yani majority of the stock that I got it from Gikomba. But then when I was doing like restocks, like weekly restocks, sometimes I would restock on a weekly basis. I would just go to the local market there. It's called Gakoromone, Gakosh. I would go there, get some few items, some baby clothes, come with them and resell them to the people that were walking in, and the ones that I was also selling online. So I was still selling kids clothes mostly, and then I decided to introduce some few ladies clothes, because I would get like inquiries, do you sell kids clothes, do you sell ladies dresses? So I brought some dresses, and then they started asking for shoes, so I brought some shoes only for kids. Actually, those ones I got from Gikomba. I got a few pairs of shoes, and I'm telling you, people actually loved them. The only challenge that I was getting was, you know, coming all the way from Meru to Gikomba to get the items and then take them back. It was actually quite a journey. If you know, Meru is not that it's not close. Meru and Nairobi, they are not close. It's like more than 5 hours drive. And you know, it's also another charge. I had to pay like 1,000 bob to and 1,000 bob from, so those are like 2,000. So that's why I would mostly not come to Nairobi or come to get the things from Nairobi. Yeah, so that was the main challenge that I was getting there. So, you know, I would just get the local items and then come sell them, so which was not giving me like a very big profit margin. And then we had to move back to Nairobi. We had to move back to Nairobi, you guys, and my shop was still established in Meru. But now I felt like I felt like I had clients, and I felt bad that now I had to disappoint them by closing down and taking everything. So I decided to sell that shop. I went on Facebook and asked if someone was willing to buy the shop, and then I got another person that I knew. I want to say a friend, but not a friend really. It's someone that I knew in my past who wanted to buy the shop. So we agreed on the amount, and it was like I was in a hurry because we were supposed to leave. Like the next day or even the same day when she came. So she told me, I'm going to send you the money and all that. I'm going to send you like in bunches. I'm going to send you some at the end of the month and the other one at the end of the other month. So I said, okay. I left her everything. I left her with everything. The shop, I went to the owner of the shop and told her, now this is a person who will rent the shop, who will be paying the rent. I sold it to her. I'm going back to Nairobi. Hey, let me tell you guys, actually I never got 1 bob. I never got even 1 shilling from that lady. She never sent me anything. That is how she actually conned me. But it's not like, I don't feel like she actually conned me. I feel like she was just not serious, because I was told even by the owner of the shop that she didn't even pay rent for 1 month. She was not even opening the shop. So like the business just went downhill from there. And I felt so bad, because I felt like now with this money that I've gotten, I'm going to come to Nairobi, look for another place, rent a shop and get stock. But to my shock, I was not paid anything, and I have done a story about that. Actually, if you'd like to see it, I'm going to put it. If you'd like to see it, you can just check it out in my channel. Yeah, so I didn't get that money, so I didn't have any money to open up another shop or any money to get more stock. So I felt disappointed, honestly, when I came to Nairobi and I started job searching. Now I started to look for a job because I didn't have anything to do. What was I going to do? Like, I didn't have any stock, I didn't have a job, I didn't have any source of income. I had nothing, basically. I had nothing, only like a few savings that I had. I didn't have like a job. So I started looking for a job. I decided, let me look for a job. And where did I get a job? Again, online, Facebook. I got someone who was looking for someone to market their services. They were like a swimming academy. They wanted to, you know, someone to market their services. So I got that job. But let me tell you guys, that job was so hard. Hey, I don't know, I'm not built for employment, but that job, I felt like that job was so hard, and I was not happy with the what do we call it, the job terms, because I was supposed to be paid via commission also. So I kind of felt like that was not going to work for me. I only did that job for 1 month. I'm telling you, for 1 month. But I'm happy that this lady actually paid me for that 1 month. I'm super happy for that. She was a good lady, but the job was just not for me. I only did it for 1 month. I remember I also went to another place that they wanted someone to, a shop attendant, and someone to also be posting on their social media pages and all that. But the only thing that I didn't want with that job, the only thing that I didn't want was being paid on commission, because I felt like, you know, I'll be coming here on a daily basis, I'll be marketing your products, and then you want to pay me just on based on commission. Where am I going to get my food and my, you know, my transport to and from? And it was not like it was a place that I had to, you know, pay a vehicle to go to and fro, like use a matatu. So I felt like that was also not for me. That job I only went like for one day one day, and the next day I told her, I don't think this one is going to work for me, because of the fact that you just want to pay me on commission, and the fact that I'll be marketing your products. I might market those products today and someone comes to buy them next week or next month or next year. You know, I'm creating awareness for your business. So I felt like they should actually have like a set salary and then like commission from a certain point, but they only wanted to do it based on commission. And it was a lot of work actually, because I would also be responsible for taking some things to Jumia. That is going to town, is another charge. And then I was supposed to be doing a lot actually. That's why I felt like, this money is not it, because even the commission, I'm telling you, was not that good. That I felt like that job was not it. So I just said no, I can't do that. So I only went to that job for one day. Not laugh at me, guys, but yeah, that's me with employment. That's me with employment. Like I think maybe it's just like God was just trying to tell me like, this is not for you. Because back then I didn't know if I was doing the right thing or a mistake, or I was just being, you know, naive or proud. But that's what happened with employment. So I was telling you guys, there's this lady that actually paid me for that 1 month that I did the marketing. She decided to actually pay me a salary, and I was so happy. So with that money, I decided now I'm going to go back to business. I'm going to start my business again. I went to Gikomba. I got a thrifted clothes for kids, and I decided I'm still going to be selling them online, and you know, I'm still going to be posting them and hawking if I need to. But now, you know, I have come to Nairobi, and the contacts I had, the people that knew I was selling them these things, were back in Meru. So it was becoming a challenge, because you have to tell them now you have to pay the parcel fee, you know, because I went back to Nairobi, and some people wanted me to take the clothes to their homes, you remember. So it became a challenge because I didn't have the clientele. I had to look for new clientele here where I came to Nairobi. So that became quite a challenge. I think I just sold maybe 1 or 2 pieces of those clothes online, because it was super hard to get the new clients, to get the new clientele. And then as I was walking around, I saw somewhere that I feel like I had dreamt, or God had just told me, your shop is going to be here. I saw that they had a space to rent. You guys, I can tell you, I was so happy. I was so happy, but I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money to pay the rent. I just knew that I had a few stock. Didn't have the money to make the shop. So I decided, I'm just going to, I went to that shop's owner. I talked to them. They told me the rent. And then I was like, I'll get back to you, because I didn't have the money. You know, the money I had bought the stock that was in my house, just staying there. I decided, with all the money that I had, the money that I had saved, I decided to rent this shop. So I made the shop, just, you know, putting those rolls, those, if you guys have seen my previous shop, I know I have done videos about it, even like a shop tour I gave you. So I put those rods, and the shop was just like that, empty. I bought hangers. So with the clothes that I had at home that I had bought from Gikomba, I came with it to the shop, hung them there, and the shop was looking so empty. Honestly, I didn't have like that much stock, so the shop was looking so empty. I hope that I'm not going to get a copyright. My neighbors are playing so loud music. right now, so I hope I'm not going to get copyright. Yeah, so I opened that shop up, even if it was looking so empty, because I didn't have that much at the stock. It was just a few clothes, kids clothes, to be honest. I started selling those kids clothes that I just had, and with that money I went back there and I would restock. I would just invest back into the business. And then I got someone to even add me some few money. I have done a video about how I started that shop actually, so I'm going to start to put it down below. I'm going to put that playlist down below of how I started that business and how I even got the money to start it. Yeah, so that's how I started that business. I introduced even new clothes from Isli. I introduced men's clothes, new clothes especially, like that. I introduced ladies clothes, some ladies trousers and body shapers. I would still do videos, and YouTube kind of started paying me like some little coins. I was still doing content creation. You guys have never stopped doing content creation. I would take breaks when I was feeling overwhelmed, or when I felt like I didn't have content. I would take breaks. I remember there is a time I took a break of like 3 months, especially when I came back to Nairobi and I was doing nothing. I took a break of like 3 months before going back to YouTube, and then I got monetized, so I was getting a few coins from YouTube. And within time, when I was at that shop, I remember I introduced perfumes business, refill perfume business. I have done so many videos about that refill perfume business, and I feel like it was actually a game changer, for especially for my content, because I got so many people who wanted to do the same business. So I took you guys with me when I was going to restock. I would always take you guys with me when I'm restocking. Going to Isli, that was the content I was giving you guys. Going to Gikomba, I was giving you that content. Now, when I introduced perfumes, I decided to also tell you guys where I was getting the perfumes from. So I went to that lady who was selling the perfumes to me, and I told her I would like to tell people where to come. I asked her if I can do a video. At first she was actually so reluctant. At first, the first video, I didn't even do anything. She didn't even want me to shoot around, because she was telling me that that some people maybe can use that to go scam people, telling them that you have a shop. But it was okay. I just shot the things that I was buying. I think I started with like 4 different perfumes only. Yeah, so I started with only 4 different perfumes. So I shot that video, and then I told her if people want to come to this location, or if people want to contact you, where can they get you? And she told me I can give them her number, but I should not put it online. So I decided I'm going to tell people, I'm going to give people I had another like WhatsApp business number, like my business number. So I gave you guys that WhatsApp number. I told you if you'd like to get that number, to get the contacts. Actually, at first I told you just DM me on Instagram, I give it to you. And then later, when I got the WhatsApp number and when I felt comfortable, I gave you a WhatsApp number where I told you guys you can be WhatsApping me if you want to get the contact, and you would WhatsApp me and then I would give you the number. Majority of the number I didn't sell it, but I know there is a time that I was so down. You guys, if you're someone who paid for that contact, I think I was charging like 500 bob, but I think I only sold it to like not more than 3 people, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so that was a time that I was so down. I didn't have any money. That's when I decided I can even be selling this number, because this lady wasn't even paying me to advertise her or anything. You see, even at first she didn't want me to give out the nini. She didn't even want me to do the content from the shop, because I think she didn't know. So when she saw that actually people were coming and saying they saw on YouTube, or Debbie told them. So when I went back to get more stock, she told me actually there are people who have been coming and all that, thank you, nini. And then she actually let me like do more videos when I was in the shop. She was not paying me actually. guys, you need to know that, so that I know there are people who are actually kind of entitled and feel like I should have just, you know, given the number to them for free, which I actually did to so many people of you, to so many of you. Like, I even do that even to date, but there are 2 or 3 people that I actually told you have to pay. Yeah, because I was so broke. As I said, I didn't have money, and I felt like this is something that I can actually sell, and it's something that is legit. Okay, yeah. So if you actually paid to get that contact, thank you so much. I was in a tough time. I want to say that it's not an excuse. I was going through a hard time, and I felt like it was a source of income, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing to even sell the contact. No, because right now I sell so many other contacts for suppliers. Yeah, as long as it's someone who is legit. And I have also paid for contacts for suppliers, you know. Yeah, so that's how I actually got so many of you guys' numbers, because you would WhatsApp me to get the number, and then, or you would call me and I would tell you just WhatsApp me so that I can send you the number. That's how I got some contacts. I decided to save them later on in the story. That's when I saved all of your numbers just for business. So I introduced perfumes, and perfumes were doing so well. It was giving me content, and people also were buying it, because I was just selling. I was actually not selling online when I opened the shop. I was just selling like to walk-in clients, which, because the shop was at a busy place, I would still get like so many walk-in clients. I didn't have to sell the things online, because also I was not at a very central place to say that I'm going to be sending the items out. I had to put my phone on charge because it's at 5%. Guys, moving on, come 2022, I think almost every year, there's this point in my life that comes when I feel like I need to reinvent myself, or to figure things out more, to reinvent myself or reinvent my business. So come 2022, I decided, I felt like I needed to add something on the business. So I looked into nails business. I felt like where I was, no one was doing nails. There were salons, but they were not doing nails. They were not doing manicure. They were not doing pedicure. I felt like I had a space there. So I decided I can be offering that service. At first, I thought I would just be doing like Q-Tex, the normal Q-Tex. I just be doing that one and charge 100 bob. But then again, I remembered that I have a relative who is actually in the nails business, or who is actually in the beauty industry, and they actually have a shop. They actually have a school where they teach people how to do these things. So I reached out to them and told them what I was thinking about, if she can be able to teach me how to do nails. I only wanted to learn how to do nails, although she teaches even how to do hair, how to do makeup, massage, waxing, everything to do with beauty. So it's like a beauty college. So she told me, yes, you can be doing this. And because the school is actually so far, it's in Isli and I was in Uthiru, you see, that's quite a distance. I can't be able to be going on a daily basis. So we made a schedule where I can be going like twice or thrice a week, and then I would learn what I learn, and then I come in, try to practice on people here, and you know, take pictures. When I go back, I would practice on people also there while she was teaching me. And then that's how I learned nails. I actually was a fast learner, because I would also be doing some research on YouTube and, you know, checking on some things, you know, some tips on how to do these things perfectly, what to do, what not to do. So I actually learned it so quickly. I learned it like in a month. Honestly, I learned it like in a month, and I was ready to do the business. I was not that perfect. I'm not going to say that I was perfect, but I learned the ins and outs. Like, I learned the essentials, and even she took me, we went, bought the things that I needed, to begin the nails business. And I decided I'm going to incorporate it in my business, so that I don't have to hire another place or to, you know, move businesses. So I just created some space for me to be doing nails, and bought the essentials. I have done a video about the things that you need, or me starting that nails business. I did that. I was doing content as I went, you know. I was doing content, I was updating you guys and giving you tips on the things you need to get. Even I was doing videos of me, you know, working, me making the nails, doing manicures, pedicures, giving you tips. I was also doing a lot of research on YouTube, you guys. I was watching so many people who would do nails, or people in nails business, even from other countries, watu wa majuu, not even people in Kenya, just anyone who was doing the nails business. I would watch those videos and, you know, try to learn a few tips or skills. I would watch even people who are doing like tutorials on how to do a certain, you know, type of nails, or to do a certain type of service for nails. But the thing that I was struggling with was nail art. You guys, I don't think I'm that artistic. I am not that artistic, or I was just not trying to be that artistic, because hey, I was struggling with nail art. So I just got like stickers. I would just put stickers on people's nails. If you tell me you want French, I would start like sweating. If you tell me you want a certain design, I would just tell you, you know, I have to be honest, I'm not good at this, so please can we just do like plain, and then you can put like a sticker. Yeah, and that's how I ventured into the nails business. And I'm telling you, the nails business was so good. Actually, that one I can actually recommend to anyone who wants to venture into it, or someone who is in it. That business, I feel like the services business is actually so good. It's actually better than offering products to me, because the nails business was doing so well, like more than even the clothes that I was selling, even more than the perfumes that I was selling. It felt like I should even like stop doing these other things and just concentrate on the nails. But I also came to realize that I was not so much into it. Like, yes, it was doing so well, it was giving me money, it was paying the bills and all that, but it's not something that I would really say that I was enjoying doing. Okay. But I don't know, maybe back then I felt like I was enjoying, but right now if you tell me to go back to doing nails, I would start that business, but I would not be the one offering the services, maybe just employing someone. So if you're someone who is passionate about like you're that artistic and you feel like you can do the nails business, I would actually advise you to do it. It's actually a good business and it will give you money. If you're looking for money, it will give you money. Offering those services will give you money. Because tell me, like this nails, I know I'm going to get them done again in like 3 to 4 weeks. Like every month I'm going to get the nails done. And it's not only the hands, it's also the feet. Like if you just get the clients, and so many people right now, even the students want their nails done. So like the clientele is there, the market for those services is there. It's just upon you to maybe market yourself and, you know, equip yourself well and know how to do these things, especially know how to do the art also, because I feel like it also gives you money. It also gives you like extra cash, extra income if you know how to do the art. I digressed. So the nails business was doing well, but me being me, I still wanted more. Me being me, I felt like I still wanted more. So come 2023, beginning of 2023, I started looking into imports business. I remember maybe at the end of 2022, that's when I kind of started thinking about imports business, but 2023 is when I actually implemented. I remember there's someone I knew, a friend that I knew who imports her things. She has a business. So I decided to reach out to her. I asked her if she can teach me how to import, how to go about importation, and she was open to it. She gave me her charges. Yes, she's a friend, but I had to pay. You know, she's teaching me these things and I didn't expect it to be for free. And she was also giving me like shipping agents and showing me how to do everything. So I told her, okay, let me look for the money. When I found the money, I just told her I'm ready. She told me come. I went to her shop. Back then she just had a very small shop. Right now she has a big shop. You guys, I feel like I should do a video with her again, because I did a video with her at her shop then. Back then it was small. I'm going to put that video here, you guys. But right now she has a bigger shop, and I don't think it's only one branch. I feel like she has more branches, and she's doing like amazing. Like, that's one person that I look up to, honestly. Yeah, so I went to her shop. She showed me everything, and I still felt like I don't know if I should do this. And although like she told me she's shown me everything, and even after, if I had questions, I would still ask her the questions, and she would still tell me everything. So I still didn't start. Then I still looked for another person who was teaching how to import, and I paid them. They taught me how to import, but that class was online, so I paid, and they also showed me how to import. It's not like I didn't know. It was still the same thing I was learning, although like I would say they both had like something unique about it. And this other person was still teaching about like businesses, things you can import and things you should not import, those things. Yeah, so I also paid for that. You guys, invest in yourselves. Don't be afraid to pay to get those skills, or pay to learn something that you don't know. If you feel like it's someone who has experience and they are actually willing to teach you, it doesn't have to be for free, because nowadays nothing is for free. You know, we are also like me also, I have paid paid people to show me some things and to teach me and to you know, give me suppliers. So don't be afraid to do that. You have to invest in yourself. Be willing to spend money to get money. You have to spend money to get money. Okay, yeah. So those are the two people that I paid. Those are the two classes that I took on how to import. And then I decided, kama mbaya. I remember my first import, I think, was with like 5,000 Kenyan shillings. I have done a video about it. I remember the products that I brought were press-on nails. Obviously, I had to do like a lot of research to know what product to bring, because these people are just teaching me how to go about it, not what to bring, you know. So I had to do the research, I had to do the work, and know what I wanted to import. Back then, I feel like press-on nails were the thing. They were the in thing. That is like 2023, last year. So I brought in some press-on nails. I brought them via air because they were light, and they were not that many. I think they were like 20 or 30 pieces, 30 packets, if I'm not wrong. I have done a video about it, my first import video. I have done it. So the playlist I'm going to put down below will have all these videos about business. You can check it out and see the video that you want to watch. Okay, yeah, so that was my first import. And then, you remember guys, I had told you I got some of your contacts, my viewers' contacts. I decided to open a pre-order group, a WhatsApp pre-order group. And I don't know why I decided to put you guys, or to put my viewers on that pre-order group and not my friends. Because, no, I didn't put any family or friend on that group. I was not even using my personal line. I was using the business line. So I put you guys. I think it's because I felt like you guys were the ones who were interested, because I was doing videos about importing, were interested. I even put links on some of the videos that I was doing when I was importing my first import, and told you guys if you'd like to join the pre-order group. I was in some other pre-order groups, so I'd seen what usually happens. So I decided this is something that I can try. Yeah, so I put you guys on that pre-order group, or I would just send out the invites, and then people would join, the ones that wanted to join. So the thing that I wanted to pre-order, the first pre-order we did was for handbags. I remember was for handbags, pre-order from China. I'm telling you, those handbags took so long that before they even got here, I had already looked into importing from other countries that are not like that far. So I got into I got suppliers for handbags and for shoes. What else did I get? I can't remember the other thing that I got. So I got the suppliers. I paid for those suppliers actually. So I got their numbers, I got to see their products, and I was told that it would only take 2 to 3 days for the goods to arrive. That's what I wanted, because for China the handbags were taking 35 to 45 days. It can go up to 2 months. So I wanted something that was a bit quicker. So when I got the contacts for handbags especially, I started doing like pre-order on that pre-order group. I said, pre-order, if you would like to pre-order from TZ, the goods are going to take this long, and are going to take like 2 to 3 days, and then for you to pre-order you have to pay upfront. So I am so grateful to the first people, you know, my first customers that actually like trusted me with your money, you know, paid for those goods. So I got to import from Tanzania. That's how I started importing from Tanzania, you guys. I didn't have like, I can't say that my first import from Tanzania was not with my own money only. It was with you guys' money, the ones that pre-ordered. I also had like to get some things for myself, but they were not that many, you know. But then when I brought the bags, I would still do videos. I would go to town, pick the bags, go to a certain location, a friend's office. Actually I was opening them like in an office. They usually do like branding, it's like an office. So I would go there. I told them, can I be opening my stock here? And then I pack the orders that I'm supposed to pack and then send them out, or tell someone, if you want to pick your order, you can come to this location. So I would leave some things there, and then I would leave some packages there for people who are in Nairobi. They come collect from there. And then I felt like I was even inconveniencing this person, because sometimes I would go there when they are so busy, like on a Monday they are so busy, the space is limited, there are machines everywhere, like the videos were not turning out so great. So I decided I need to get like another space for me to be doing my business. So I looked into renting a shelf, because I still had people who were telling me, you know, I was selling online. Actually I was selling also on Instagram, especially, okay, I was selling on Instagram and WhatsApp. Okay, so I would get people who want to come see the bags, people that had not pre-ordered. Like on Instagram they can't pre-order, they have to buy these things when they have already arrived. So they were asking, where can we get the things? You know, do you have this, do you have this? So I would just get a few pieces, and then they sell out. Maybe the color that the client wants, I don't have it, you know. Like I didn't have that much like capital to bring in like very many things. But on pre-order I was actually getting so many bags for people who are pre-ordering. People were starting their businesses, you guys. People that started their businesses with me through pre-ordering. I will comment down below, because I want you guys to see, actually there are people that started their businesses then, and I know them. They might not comment here, but I know people who started their businesses then. Like I am one of the people who actually started their handbags business then, last year, through pre-order. So I decided to get a physical location, a shelf. At first I got a shelf. I think I stayed in that shelf for like 3 months. So I got a shelf that was going for 2,000 Kenyan shillings, and it was not that big actually. If you have seen my shelves, the one for 1,000 bob is the one that I was getting like for 2,000 bob. Okay, so if you'd like to rent a shelf, I do offer that service at my shop. Story for another day, but I do offer that service. I had to market myself too. So you can come and rent a shelf with us. Here is my WhatsApp number, here is the location. You can just come. If you're far, you can send your items to us, and we will be able to arrange it on your shelf, store it there, and we can be able to talk on phone and arrange everything. Okay, that was a shameless plug. I had to do that. Yeah, so I decided to rent a shelf, and I stayed in that shelf for like 3 months, and then my products became too many, and I had more products, more handbags that were coming from China. So I felt like, if these products get here, I don't know where I'm going to put them, because the shelf is already full. If I get another shelf, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be like 4,000 now, and maybe I needed like 3 or 4 shelves, so that would be like 8,000 Kenyan shillings, which I would have to pay per month. So I knew that eventually I had to open a shop, eventually I had to get a location. But one thing that I didn't know is that it was going to be that soon. You guys, I've seen God working in mysterious ways. Cause tell me why, after like only like 3 months of being on that shelf, I had opened my own physical location. You see God? You see God? Because honestly, I can't say that I knew that I was going to do that in that short period of time. I thought maybe I would open a shop like in like a year's time, but I opened the shop in 3 months of being in that shelf. See God. So when my by the time that stock that I had ordered from China was arriving, I already had a physical location. But let me tell you that the shop that I have right now, the stock came, I put the stock on the shelf like I was putting maybe each bag on its shelf, because I didn't have that much stock. It was not that much stock. It was probably for like 50,000 Kenyan shillings only, or 70,000 Kenyan shillings. That's not a lot of bags for like a physical location. The shop was so empty. The shop was so empty, and that's where the idea of renting out shelves to my people, especially on YouTube, that's where that idea came from. It's because I just didn't have enough capital to bring enough stock to fill the spaces. Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, because I got to help people who wanted to rent shelves. I also got to, also have another income coming in, because renting the shelf, you guys have to pay me for you to rent the shelf. So I would get some more money to be able even to pay the rent for this shop, and or to be able even to stock more things. That's how I started to actually grow the stock. Because if maybe I had just said, now I don't even have enough stock, the shelves would just be empty, I don't know if I would actually have succeeded. I don't know if the shop would still be standing to date, Yeah, so that's how I started to rent out the shelves. Now, I said I was still getting handbags from China, although it was taking a lot of time. It would take like close like a month to 2 months for the products to get here. So I felt like it was taking too long for the products to get here. That's why I was pre-ordering handbags from Tanzania. But then ordering bags from Tanzania is a bit more expensive compared to getting them directly from China. So I was doing the math, and the math was not mathing, so I had to stop ordering from Tanzania and decided to concentrate only on getting the handbags from China. So I decided, let me look at something else that I can that can complement the handbags, or another product that I can be selling while I wait for the handbags to arrive. And that's how I started my shoes business, getting shoes from Tanzania, which as I told you, only takes 2 to 3 days to get here. So that way it makes it easy for me to always have something to be selling. Even if the handbags have taken like more than a month, or even takes 2 months, I still have stock at the shop that I can be selling. I still have products at the shop that I'm selling. I'm also like offering the rent a shelf service. So I felt like, hey, the shoes business actually like took off so quickly, unexpectedly so quickly, that I felt like it was actually complementing the handbags business so well. And I feel like that's the best decision I have made, is starting the shoes business. Because I started offering the service of selling the shoes in wholesale and in retail. Now in retail, the money is more, the money is more, and I was only selling them on Instagram actually. But then in wholesale, the money is not that much, but I was getting like bulk orders. That's how I started my shoes business, and that's how it actually succeeded. It's because when I was starting the slides, bringing in the slides, we were not that many that were selling the slides. I know right now the market is kind of saturated. People have known where to get the shoes from Tanzania, so the market is kind of saturated, because the things that I was bringing, those shoes and the slides that I was bringing in, you will not find them in Kamkunji. Right now I have seen that even people in Kamkunji have started selling the slides, but I'm telling you, back then I was selling unique things that you would not find in Kamkunji, things that you would only find online, but the things that I was selling. And I think that's how the business actually took off. right now I can say like I still sell shoes. I would not complain about that business, but I would say like right now the market is a bit saturated. So many people are selling the same thing now, and I think maybe it's because, and I think like I have to keep reinventing myself and trying to find a way of staying relevant, because if the market is too saturated, I know the business is going to actually like go down, you know, because now if so many people are bringing the same thing, even the prices start going down, and people want to remain competitive, so the prices keep going down, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want my prices to go down. I want them to go up, because even the cost of living is going up, even the cost of shipping things is going up, everything is going up, so I can't have the prices going down. You get what I'm trying to say? So I still bring in handbags from China. Right now I'm still doing pre-orders for people actually who are in handbags business. I'm still doing shoes. I'm still selling shoes at the shop. Those ones I don't really do so much on pre-order. I have tried to do pre-order for shoes, but then it's a bit tough, because when you're getting the shoes, like you're getting a full box of shoes, it's tough for you to know which sizes, which colors are going to be in that box of shoes. So it's a bit hard to, you know, pre-order, unless someone wants to get like in wholesale. They don't mind, like I'm just going to, when I bring the box of shoe, I'm just going to divide it equally, or if you're getting a half a box or you're getting a full a box, that's easy for me to do pre-order for people, which I actually do on the side, but it's not so much as the handbags. Right now I'm doing handbags pre-order from China. I'm also introducing I'm also introducing some new items here and there, like some utensils, some clothing, just something that if I see something that I feel like someone would like, I just post it. If someone is interested, I bring it in with my things. When we hit the MOQ, or if it's something that I'm also interested in, I just bring it in with my orders. So that's how the business is going. And right now I have actually even hired someone at the shop. As I said, I have someone helping me at the shop. I can be able to venture into other things, and I'm even in that phase of, you know, reinventing myself. I want to tell you guys, I'm in that phase of reinventing myself and trying to come up with, you know, new ideas every day, finding new ways of reinventing myself and remaining relevant and growing and succeeding. Because if there's one thing that I would not want to do is fail. I know no one wants to fail, but let me tell you guys, if you are someone who wants to start a business, if you feel like your calling is to do business, don't give up. Even if you fail in that one business, even if you have failed in that one business, even if you have failed before, doesn't mean that you're going to fail forever. Doesn't mean that the one that you're going to start next, you're going to fail. It means that now you're going to start from a point of experience. So now at least you have some experience. Maybe you know what you did wrong. Maybe you know what not to do the next time. You know, you have learned something. Make sure that you don't beat yourself up and say, no, I don't think business is for me. I'm not saying business is for everyone. I know there are people that would actually really love to do business. There are people actually who have even the capital. They have the capital to do the business, but they don't have the business mentality. They don't know how to run the business. I feel like there are people like that. And what I would advise you is, either you will learn how to do the business, pay people to teach you how to do the business, or hire someone to do those tasks for you. I know there are people who are busy, but they would like to start a business. Hire someone to do those tasks for you. That's my advice. And I know you're going to get someone who is willing, like me. Let me plug myself here again. I have been wanting to work with people who are actually, how do I call it, people who are actually maybe too busy or don't know how to do the business. I am willing to work with you in a way, like I do like all the operations of the business. Maybe if it's like marketing online, if it's setting up those social media pages, I'll do all that for you. We'll sit down, come up with like the business plan, the business goals, all that. I'll do that for you, but obviously it's going to be at a charge. But I want to do it with someone who is actually willing to pay someone and willing to be patient enough. I've seen people closing down their businesses after only like a month or 2 or 3 months. I would tell you that's not like the wisest thing to do. I don't feel like it's the right thing to do. Don't expect your business to just blow up in a month or in 2 months. It may take up to at least 6 months. Give your business at least 6 months to 1 year for you to at least start seeing like, you know, something, for you to start seeing for you to start getting profits from your business. Don't give up after 1 month. So I would like to work with people who are willing to be patient and who are willing to pay me actually for my services. You know, it's going to depend with what you want for your business. Maybe it's someone who wants to even get the suppliers, wants me to get suppliers for them, wants me to be handling all social media work for them, wants me to be handling, you know, majority of the business operations for them. That one is going to cost more than someone who just wants me to be handling their social media pages or to be marketing their services. You know, it's going to depend with what you want for your business, what you want me to be doing for your business. I would like to work with such people. I would not want to take up so many clients, so maybe like 2 or 3 for now, as I try to figure everything out too. I feel like I'm someone who I'm super patient when it comes to business. When it comes to business, I'm super patient and I know how to actually do the business. So if you have seen me and you have seen my growth and you have actually like you feel like I can bring certain skills to, you know, your business, or to, if there are some skills that you would like to hire me to do for you, even like sourcing things, importing things for you, things like that, just reach out to me on this WhatsApp number or send me an email so that we can plan maybe a meeting or something like that. Yeah, so I'm willing to do that. And I want only like serious people. Honestly, I know there are people that maybe you don't have the budget to hire me, maybe you just want the skills, me to teach you the skills, but for now I can't do it for free. Just watch my videos. I do give a lot of information on my videos. Right now I just want maybe someone who is too busy, want someone to do that for them and they're willing to hire me for it, or someone who is, especially, okay, it's only someone who is actually willing to pay. This is actually work, someone who actually understands that this is actually work. Yeah, but if you would just like to, you know, learn the things that I teach, I have so many videos, and so many videos are still going to come. You can put your questions down below. I'll be able to answer the questions as much as I can. I have so many motivation videos, I have so many plugs, I have so many I don't know, business ideas that I have given in my videos. Just watch my content. I'm sure you're going to get what you actually need. So guys, that is how my 4-year journey in business has been. Let me know what you think about that journey, and let me know if you would like to see more of such sit down videos, because I feel like I haven't done sit down videos for you guys in a while. So if you'd like to see them, I'm willing to be giving you such content. I do have a few video ideas, but you can still put a video idea down below. If you have a question, put it in the comments section below. Give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.